So that would probably be it. And then the other thing with particularly the supply reduction is Tonya's role, which is another one of those things that you're doing around the edges.
Yeah, so with my role, myself and Mandy's role, we don't work directly with the young people. So with the supply reduction, what we'd do is we'd go into retailers bi-yearly, or more frequently if there's sniffing happening in that area. So, we'll go in there, we'll give them some education around VSM, the products being misused, and some different tactics that they can, take in order to try and stop the young people from stealing, so product placements and stuff like that. Yeah. We could join in on huddles and just give a quick 3-minute rundown on what sniffing is and what to do if you come across someone that's trying to steal their products. We also visit hotspots as well, so they're known places where young people, will hang out and sniff. And then it's really good if we find some cans, it's probably not really good, but if we find some cans, then we can take them into the shops and say, we found these just down the road, and have a chat to them about those. We manage a database, so what we do is we try and track the trends of sniffing, so the ages of the young person, where it's happening and what they're using. And that way we can not only track, the ages of them, but also if the products change, then we have knowledge and then we can go and let other people know, not only the retailers but the workers as well. What else do? We provide training to different services, so like the schools, youth workers, residential workers, just anyone that comes into contact with young people, we'll provide them with training, and that way they have the skills and knowledge to respond to a young person. And then like Jen said, there's a bit of the capacity building stuff that happens as well.
Absolutely fascinating. So what's the trend at the moment?
Deodorant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rexona is the main one.
Rexona.
Yeah.
Sexy bouquet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Find them everywhere.
Wow. What about Sexy Bouquet?
Sexy bouquet is
That's the flavour of choice.
Yeah.
We're still having problems with the barbecue bottles. And the
bottles?
kids, the gas bottles, and
we only ever had one kid sniff gas bottles in cans.
No, we're getting a lot of that, but the sniffing is obviously bad, and we're having children just have full systemic failure and die in the parks. So we've had a few of those. But the big problem we're having is, of course, children don't realise that it's flammable, and so they go to their light cigarettes. So we're having, in fact, twice when I've been giving talks on this, the same week I've been giving talks, children have blown the room up that they're in.
We had one girl in Cairns Central in the stairwells at Central's about 2 years ago. Fire in the stairwells. Associated with deodorant. Not a cigarette.
So I'm more scared of that than the deodorant, quite frankly. Because the deodorant, yes, it'll explode, but what's happening with the gas bottles is it's taking up the entire bedroom, and these kids are coming out with 80% burns. She's ugly as.
We've only ever had one kid ever sniffing gas bottles. People died.
They take them to a park and they put them in a tree, and then when they're ready they go there and they bring it down and they sit in a circle and share it. And then these are under 14, so they're quite young. So
most of our young people that are reported, they're aged between 10 and say 15. So pretty much.
Historically it wasn't like that. Historically when we came in we had a older cohort of paint sniffers, so 17 to 25. It was very, we had littlies that floated around on using deodorant and bits, but we had this hardcore paint sniffers who'd been sniffing for a long time.
And it's it has got younger. I've certainly noticed. I think it's got younger at home. It's got younger here as well, obviously.
It'll be interesting what happens with whether this wave continues. That's because they actually age up as well. That's what happened with the paint. It was a very young cohort in Rockhampton who started that, who were little, and then they aged up and didn't stop. So that actually sniffed through.
Right.
So they might have had breaks when they were pregnant, but then they'd pick up again.